All right, time to put number 4 into a drawing. So we'll go to New, we'll go to, I think this IDW should do the trick. And it's a size D, so let's, actually, I have a better idea. Get rid of that one. Let's go back to one of the other drawings that we've already made, like this one. Nope, that's in millimeters. We don't want that. How about this one? Okay, this drawing is in inches, and instead of having to kind of recreate that whole situation, we already have the A size drawing set up and ready to go. So what we can do is on the Place Views ribbon, we can go over to New Sheets and just hit New Sheets, and you have an additional sheet ready to go. We're going to go to Base, and we're going to, it's wanting to place that for me. Let me double check that that is indeed the best front view, and we'll just twirl it around a little bit, and I think that that is a very good front view. We will place a side, a top, and an isometric, and I think that the scales look okay, so we'll leave those as they are. And let's just move this over a little bit so that we have room to do what we need to do. And I think the rest of it's probably okay. We're all good. Okay, so there is that stuff all ready to go. We need to put some dimensions in. So the requirements here say create a fully dimensioned part drawing to represent the part using the angular method to dimension the angles. All right, so we're going to go to the annotate ribbon, and it doesn't say if we need to use datum or chain, but based on the lessons we've had, baseline is a better method than chain. So we're going to throw in some dimensions using the baseline method. But the problem is we need to locate where these angles start or stop, but not both. So I'm going to click on it, and what's going to happen is it's going to throw in too many dimensions, and I'm going to need to delete some of them. Continue, and look at all those dimensions. All right, so click to place it, and then don't forget to hit create. So I have this dimension here, but it specifically says use the angular method. And so the deal with the angular method is that if I put an angle in here, I'm going to run into the TMI issue. I don't want to have too much information. So I'm going to have to delete this. And I think I actually have to delete this one as well. Because if I put the angle in, actually I don't think I needed to delete that one. I just don't want one at the bottom then showing me where that ends. So you need to think carefully about what all of these dimensions need to be. So here's the deal with angular dimensions. You can just use the regular dimension tool, and anytime that you choose two lines that are not parallel to each other, it's going to assume that you want to have an angle. All right. So if you remember all the dimensioning guidelines, one of them says that you're not supposed to put the dimensions on the part. So let's try to tease this into something like this. It's kind of nice where the dimension sits just off of the part. Go ahead and hit OK. And it's still waiting for another dimension. So let's just see if we can set one up between this and this. And look at that. I couldn't have done that better myself. So we'll throw that one in as well. And then we need to think carefully about what other dimensions we need. So we know this distance and this angle. I think that this whole line here is well defined. I don't think that we need any more information on that line. If we even put, let's say we were to put this dimension from here to here, that would be TMI. All right, we don't need that dimension because based on the information that we have here, we should be able to figure out where that point exactly lies. We do, however, need a height dimension, and in this case I might actually put the height dimension here because I don't want it to get all muddled up with the degrees and the other dimensions. So let's just set the height dimension in there. And then at this point I still would like to put in some depth dimensions, and there's a little bit more going on the depth direction. I think that this is the best view to put those on. If I were to put the depth dimensions from here to here to here, you can't really see exactly what's going on. It's a little bit clearer in the top view. So let's go put those on and hit continue, and let's set them right there. And I think that we have everything that we need. Hit create, and there we go.